Time for more power.
I don't have to clean up the mess.
Full shit.
Holy fucking
Full shit.
I don't see anything wrong with this plant.
God, I love this car. All right, Indiana. It's been real. Oh, that would have worked really cool if like, okay. All right, Indiana. It's been real. Come on. What the f? There we go. First fill up. We are at the first fill up for the C8.
Race gas? At least they have 93 here.
Oh, they got 93 here. I had to look several times to make sure I wasn't putting diesel in this car. Gas station stop number 2. All right, we are at 499 miles. We're about to hit 500 right now, passing through Illinois. This is it, boys. I look forward to seeing the gauge change. The red line should shift to about, I guess, 5,500. Let's see. Let's see. We hit 500! Woohoo! That was cool. Oh yeah, buddy. Okay. That sign said Lick Creek, but if any of y'all Midwestern people, you know that crick is crick, so that was Lick Creek. No, but really, that's how you pronounce it. Third.
I see a Corvette. I see a Supra. Mark IV.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the vlog and thank you for tuning in. I had to do it to them. You know, let me just show you. So I read a comment in the latest video that said, in the first 10 miles, I raced against a C7, I did some donuts, I got pulled over by the cops, and that was before the break-in period. And then they were asking, well, what happens when you hit the break-in period? You guys, that was only the warm-up. Now that we're broken in, I think we can have a little fun. I still want to do twin turbos, but we got some poor man turbos right here. We drove 15 hours straight from Indiana to Houston, Texas to link up with the guys here at PEITZ Performance.
How's it going?
I blame you. When we got on the phone, he's like, well, what do you want to do? We can throw on the dyno, we can go to the strip. And then somehow the topic of a bottle came up.
Yeah, I accept that blame, 100%.
So this will be fun. And the cool thing is, we were talking about a bottle. As you guys know, the Compcams family, I love those guys. Zex is one of their brands, and you are a distributor for Compcams.
Yes, we are.
So it actually worked out perfectly. Once we told the guys what we were trying to do over there, they overnighted this to get us all set up with what we needed.
Cool, let's go have some fun.
Yeah, let's do this. All right, first things first, our girl needs a bath. We hit a lot of bugs on the way here, so let's pull her out, we'll give her a wash. Well, thanks for washing my car.
No problem.
All right, cold start for the boys. Yeah, buddy. All right, we're gonna load her up on the dyno. We're gonna get a base run without the bottle, install the bottle, do one with. That way you guys know we didn't squeeze the bottle to live out the numbers.
Stop.
All right, we got her all strapped down. I think we're ready to get her baseline.
This will be the last time you ever see this car run a baseline number.
Oh yes. This is such a terribly great idea. I like how you're smiling already.
Yeah.
We haven't even done anything yet.
This is my first time sitting in one, and I cannot wait to get mine.
Yeah.
So this is pretty exciting.
I'm excited.
So we can actually log quite a bit of parameters. Just hooked up the scanner to it, and we can see all the SAE parameters, including spark advance, and also they are widebands, so that's pretty awesome. So that means the car is literally almost going to tune itself because it can see what it wants for air fuel, and it can correct it immediately.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Yeah, so it's actually safe in that sense as well. So
Don't tell me it's safe.
safer than if you were just winging it.
Right.
Open loop, wide open throttle.
We'll throw up history codes thrown? Yeah. Transmission control system and...
Transmission fluid pressure low.
Okay. So I ended up talking to GM about that. They're super cool. They reached out. They're like, hey, that's actually totally normal to get a check engine light whenever you do some burnies. They advise that if you guys want to top off trans fluid, that should help with the situation, but it's just a normal thing for the light to go off. This is very nice.
I like it.
Yeah.
So to not void the warranty, let's all agree, we're just gonna put the bottle in and set up purge so it looks like you have nitrous.
Alright, so Alex is just syncing up the RPM to the dyno right now. They are spending some nice time making such a clean panel to sit inside of the center console to have the fire switch and also the purge button. I'm excited to see how that comes out because they're like a lot cleaner than how I would normally do things.
All right, we're all set.
All right.
We got the RPM reading correctly. We're gonna try a couple pulls, see what we get.
Let's hear this puppy purr. We did 428 horsepower.
So 423 with correction.
With correction, okay.
So this is the raw number and this is the corrected number.
I like the raw number.
Well, don't we all? Unless it's summertime, then you're gonna see a lot lower number.
So 423, it says that stock this should do 495 at the crank, so that makes sense.
Rear-wheel drive, so what's that, like 12% loss or something?
This is figuring out 15. It'll actually show you the engine numbers right here. So this is actually showing 512 engine.
Okay.
That's factored from 15%.
Okay.
So we're actually looking good either way you cut it.
Should we do like a couple more, just get a good baseline and
absolutely.
then? Okay.
Yep, cool.
Plus, I just like hearing this car.
The stock C7 Stingray on a good day makes like 395 on my dyno. So either way, GM's obviously got an improvement on the engine platform, to say the least. So we're about 0.84 lambda, so about 12.2, 12.3 AFR, and 25 to 27 degrees timing. Given the fact that it's like 12.2, it's a little on the richer side, so that's gonna help us when we wanna, put the go-go juice on her. So yeah, and it's in closed loop all the time. So it's constantly correcting, so you can actually see the corrections the ECU is making at wide open throttle. The previous C7 Corvette did not do that. It was an open loop. So if it was off,
That's awesome.
It was just off. So now we have way better control over what's going on.
Do I want to do more than 100 shot? We're talking about 27 kind of being an aggressive timing right now. If we wanted to add more power, how we can dial that back a little bit.
So basically we would need to get what's called the Lingenfelter retard box. So it just goes in line to the coils and it retards timing up to however much we want.
The question is, how badly do we want to break nines? Rip it! So that time we ran a 416. Car's starting to get a little warm, but that's all right. Dude, that car is so beastly.
Factory.
Yeah.
Five of the crank, 416 wheel.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So let's say with a 100 shot, we're at like 520 to the wheel.
Yeah. So that's on Mustang dyno and 93.
Yeah.
Okay.
We still got to put some of that race fuel in her. So about 420, that's our baseline. Now we hook up this girl right here, and then we'll test her after that and see what she puts down then. I won't be needing this anymore. I just gotta say, I think they designed this with a bottle fitting in mind.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It does look like it.
It's like it's one of those like every guy just has to. Oh yeah, that definitely fits.
And if we really wanted to hide it, we could still make a plate to cover it and still use it.
Yep. Yeah, let's try the suitcase in there.
Well, this is my first time seeing the belly of the car, and wow, this is pretty nifty.
Oops here.
I didn't even see this. This is cool. This is for the brakes.
Yeah.
Check that out. Oh, that's nifty.
And this is really nice too.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, we'll take care of you on that one.
You get one. Talk about nitrous bottles. I just got one up. Look at this thing. That's awesome.
You literally didn't even get home and you're already having your whole car disassembled.
All right, the guys are taking off the bottom panel now. We're gonna see where we're gonna run the line. Also removing a spark plug because we want to see what plugs are in there to see if maybe we can run some colder plugs.
To run more nitrous.
Whoa. Well, that's cool. All right, Adam, what are your first thoughts on this?
I like it. It seems.
You liked it from the beginning, though.
It seems well thought out. Like, seems like it's going to be easy, serviceable, and not too expensive. You know, like a supercar.
Thank God for that, because we know we break and shit.
Affordable.
Is it easier to get to the plugs than it looks?
It is.
All right, Alex is running to O'Reilly's right now to get some new plugs to put in her. They're gonna be a little bit colder. After pulling off some of the panels, the mid-engine doesn't seem as intimidating to work on. I kind of look forward to getting under it with my own hands at some point.
If you want to lift, it looks pretty good, actually.
So the engineers did say when we were at the GM event in Nevada that they designed it to make it fairly simple in order to drop the engine at kind of a quick rate, so...
Should we time it and go?
You first.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of tough. There's been, as far as I know, 2 people who put a nitrous bottle in the C8. One guy blew an axle when he threw it into second. He squeezed the juice a little too soon. And the other guy put down like a 10-6 time. And the thing is though, none of this, they don't video it. As far as I'm aware, it could just be dumb. Or really document what they're doing. So we don't know if they're changing spark plugs. We don't know exactly what they're doing in order to make the power to grip up when specifically they're squeezing the bottle and whatnot. So hopefully this helps some of you guys at home. We're learning as we're going too, because this is such a new platform. Also, Stephanie's 3D printing the switch panel right now that's gonna go inside of the center console, so let's check that out. Whoa, that's impressive. So one will be for the button for the purge and one will be for the switch to turn on and off.
Yep, so this one here and this one here.
So it's gonna kind of sit very flush to the inside of the console piece there.
Yep, we're gonna try to pressure fit it.
So that'll be printing in a few minutes. That is so impressive and awesome, and we'll check on it momentarily. That's smart. Why don't we put our bolts in bags?
Because we suck at working on cars.
Alright guys, so here's what it looks like with just about all the panels off. Interesting placement for the ECU right underneath here. And then we're gonna be drilling a hole for the nitrous line in this tub here, which is the frunk. So I'm not kidding with you guys, I was actually prepared to leave my suitcase here, but we put it on top of the nitrous bottle. We're gonna see if it actually closes.
There you go.
Yeah, I guess it is closed.
There's nothing in there. It's just a suitcase.
But wait, there's more. Okay. Yeah, buddy. Oh, that looks so clean.
That's funny, you can still fit a carry-on in there. That's great. That's awesome.
I'm telling you guys, like, GM kept this in mind when they did it. It fits too perfectly not to. Well, we're just about wrapped up and everything now. We're just buttoning up a couple last bits of wiring on it, but it's 4:21 in the morning. I gotta call it. These guys have more energy than I do. It's been a long road trip, so I'm gonna call it here tonight, and then we're gonna come back and do the dyno with the nitrous first thing in the morning before I head it over to the racetrack. So I'll see you guys in the morning after a little bit of sleep.
I can see my hearing.
You guys amaze me. I have no words. I'll see you both in the morning.
Sounds good, thank you.
Thank you.
Early the next morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you guys sleep at all? Have you been here all night?
No, we got a little bit, probably a couple hours sleep.
Couple hours? Okay. Well, that makes me feel good. How's that
Bring
looking?
energy drinks?
We can.
We can. Oh, this is sick. Yeah, we have hugs and moral support.
Energy hugs.
Yeah, I'm so impressed with your guys' ability to work through the night like how you did.
You got your
Oh, there it is.
your ejectocito.
That looks great.
And it's gonna go under there, and then I think you can get away with just stuffing it in there for like driving around.
Okay.
And it shouldn't get in the way of anything.
Awesome.
Even the tilt shouldn't like pinch anything.
Okay.
It's all hidden through here, and here's the box. The
Great.
purge already works.
I am so incredibly impressed with the guys over here at PEITZ Performance. Part of why it took so long last night, you guys, we get it. Installing a bottle, I'm sure some of you are thinking like, oh, I've done that. It doesn't take quite a long time. Everything here is perfect. They loom all the wires. They 3D print their own panel for the switches for inside of the car. They literally took their time and made it look so good. Even as simple as using a grommet for the nitrous line going through the front, like everything looks so OEM and clean, and I'm so impressed with everything they do. Just the time and the love you can tell they put into their work. So I look forward to us hopefully doing some more stuff in the future, and I really look forward to the track day today. The fact that my C8 purges nitrous is so awesome. I guess let's see what kind of numbers we put down. And the best surprise, we're gonna be running Z28 wheels on the C8. These are your wheels that you're letting us borrow for today. So we were going to run these weld wheels that Alex had. The only unfortunate thing is they didn't clear the huge fucking brakes on the C8, even though we thought they would. These clear.
I thought it was just because they looked better.
And then also, to show you guys back in the engine bay, here's the sandwich plate. It looks super clean and OEM. And then the lines for the solenoids, since they're a little longer, we actually ended up routing them up and over. Again, when I say we, I'm purely talking about the guys over at PEITZ. And it actually looks kind of cool. I like how it kind of like butterflies up and over like that. And then you guys loom just about all the wires too. And then obviously here we have the purge, and then this just dumps right through the vents here. And of course, when we get back into LA, I want to do 2 purges because I really want that coming out each side of the bonnet. This is going to be such a fun car.
Makes a heck of a plume when you hit the purge.
Yeah.
Can't wait to show you guys that.
Oh yeah, same. Let's do this, yeah. All right, first turn ever. Let's do some cold starts. Wake us up. That's the track mode valves. We put on it, just the better and better it keeps sounding.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
You've even got a smile on your face in the car.
Oh yeah.
It's hard not to.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's like, you look at it in videos and pictures for like ever.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it forever.
You have a huge poster in your office of this car.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a fanboy, I must admit.
She sounded a little feisty. All right, let's see what we're looking at here.
Damn.
467, and we were at 423 yesterday wheel.
420. Yeah, maybe it was 423, something like that.
Yeah, so we gained about 40.
What was it torque before?
404.
404 torque, so we gained a lot of torque.
Yeah, 60 foot-pounds of torque. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's only the beginning.
Yeah, the data looks great. The car's happy. It's loving it.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
So the Zex kit's doing work. I mean, the jetting's spot on.
Yeah.
It's working well.
We're looking good so far. It's liking it, that's for sure.
So a lot of us may call us dumb for doing something like this. We are dumb for doing something like this.
We're pretty dumb.
So for all your customers, whenever they dyno, you always print out their dyno sheet and laminate it for them?
That's absolutely correct. That's the PEITZ signature, as I like to call it.
That's kind of cool.
I like that. Amelia usually gets her like dyno. She's like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back next week for another one.
You've officially been pimped.
Hey. Oh, this is swag. I like this. Cool. I'm gonna hang this up.
We'll never forget about us now.
That's right.
So the cool thing about all of this, what I'm very not used to, is having a car that I drove to the dyno. I added more horsepower to the car, and I'm driving it off the dyno and straight to the track.
Yeah.
Usually it's
really
like loading
nice.
onto a trailer and doing all this so that we're legal and stuff. But
I'm so tired of that. Like, can we just...
tell me about it. PEITZ installed Nitrous on the C8, and we also dynoed her. We did a before and after with a 75 shot. We're gonna do a 100 shot at the track. Again, a huge thank you to the guys over at PEITZ Performance. They absolutely killed it. And one last huge thank you to Comp Cams for sending out that Zex bottle. This is just, I love when all like the family comes together in order to accomplish the same goal together.
Squat.
Alright, Ecrew. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment below, let me know what you think, and if not, I'll catch you on the next one when we put her on the track. Ecrew, we out here with love. Bye! this anymore.
Wasn't that my suitcase?